a game of misrepresentation. An expert reveals how the CCP spins different tales for young Chinese citizens than it does for the global stage. Yegאל Kərmon is the president and co-founder of the Middle East Media Research Institute, or MEMRI. The company is known for its language translations in the Arab world. It expanded in 2020 to include translation of Chinese articles. Kelly Wright, host of NTD's America's Hope, spoke with Kərmon about MEMRI's research on China's communist leadership and what the West can do about it.
My name is Yegאל Kərmon. I am the president and founder of MEMRI, the Middle East Media Research Institute. And the goal was to convey to the West, through bridging the language gap, what are the governments in all these areas telling their population. Because, as I have heard also about China, I knew that, they say one thing in Chinese to their population, in Turkish, in Urdu, in Farsi, in Arabic, and yet another to the West. A game of misrepresentation to win as much support and to fight against, as Trojan horses, as in abundance, not one Trojan horse.
What has been your focus so far on China?
We monitor the media, the social media, the TV channels, and we translate it, and we also analyze it. On the basis of this translation, we also publish analysis papers. And what we are seeing is a message of hegemonic expansion, an expansionist ideology that goes not only to Taiwan, which it considers China, but also the South China Sea, clashing with the Philippines. It stretches to countries in the world, all extremist countries, or regimes that are of that kind in Africa, Iran, to project a hegemonic approach, an expansionist approach of a world that is to be multipolar. What is this multipolarity? It is to counter the American unipolar world with its values.
So how do you see the United States, the relationship with China? What should the United States be leery of, and what should they say to China and do?
So first of all, the United States made China to what it is. In '71, before the entry of America into China with President Nixon and Kissinger, China was a country with very little capabilities, with very little hope for flourishing. It was America who made it to what it became, with huge investments, with giving it the credit of a country that deserves support. It was America who built China to what it is, just like Netanyahu allowed Hamas in Gaza. America has to understand that economy doesn't change ideology. Economy per se, in itself, doesn't change ideology. And if you want to change a hostile ideology, you have to work on that and not hope that by making them rich, their ideology will change. The Chinese Communist Party doesn't. The more rich they are, the more their ideology affects their activity. So for America, the first goal should be to counter the Chinese ideology. And America is not doing it. And Israel didn't do any of this.